If you've just joined us here on Team Fortress TV, this is Admirable. Got Sideshow with me and DavidTheWin on camera. We're here with our coverage of the first TF2 Center Archimedes Cup, sponsored by Scrap.TF. This is the bronze final. It's a best of three, but the Essentials have taken the first map. It is tournament life on the line here for Six Little Blunts. If they lose this map, they're going to leave empty-handed, but if they can win it, they can take it to a third map and keep their dreams of claiming that €150 third place prize alive.
They can indeed. And after this, we will be going over to our grand final as well, which, well, not after this map, but after this best of three has come to its resolution, we will be going over to our grand final, which is between Jay Chapman and the Sprinkler Kids, who we've previously seen before. We saw the Sprinkler Kids face it off against the Essentials as well. And that was an interesting game. Of course, the Sprinkler Kids coming out on top there, which is why the Essentials are playing in this third place and not in the grand final. What do you think about Commander X and playing Medic here? So obviously, I think it's got to be some of the arrogance coming into play as to why he was dropping the Ubers in the last map. I don't think it was a lack of ability. Obviously, he's capable of playing at a high level. I think he just wasn't really rating Porky and thought that he would miss his last shots and paid the price for that. Do you think that puts a kind of psychological thing? Do you think Commander X is now actually going to be being a bit more timid and not playing as aggressively, trying to dodge everything? Because he put the fear of God into him.
Yeah, you know what, I think it's hard to justify those drops. And I mean, both of them were in situations, you know, where like if you drop in an attack, it's just not really a big deal because like you've got the whole map to fall back over. You took a risk, it didn't pay off, but you're not going to lose the round. But like he dropped on second and he dropped on last. In two situations where you probably see that last rocket coming. Like you know, he could have clicked. It wasn't like he was gambling against a scout, but yeah. I'm not like on the empirical evidence sideshow. Like even after the first drop, it didn't change his mind. He dropped the second time, so clearly, he's not scared. He's going to keep dropping. He's going to trust his teammates to get that frag, and you know, I can get behind that. I can respect that. But maybe, you know, whenever you're playing in the final, sometimes it's okay to pop, especially if you're trying to hold on for dear life. But yeah, they were 3-4 rounds up. It didn't matter. Because at both times that he died to drops, the enemy medic died almost immediately afterwards. So, you know, we're just like theory crafting here about when is the best time to drop. He just won 4-0. Hard to fault him.
A good point indeed. They have gone live, and they've also made a deliberate effort of making life difficult for us because they've changed all their names.
Oh wow. Maybe I'll just reactivate the alias plugin here, you know, so I'm not going to be fooled at all. But on to this first mid fight, and it is T who picks up first blood, killing off Banshee, the scout of Six Little Blunts. And look at this position, Fizz2 doesn't make it out of the elbow. He hasn't been able to get to his own choke and hasn't been able to run back to the big door either, as his escape was cut off by Nico. So only Pseudo, the Demoman, remains alive here for Six Little Blunts, and he's about to be flanked by Nico. He's looking to add a Demoman frag to his medic head. He's got Commander X's ears, in fact, tied around his neck right now as a trophy. And there come, or not Commander X, Fizz2's ears. And there is the respawns coming in, but already the Essentials are bearing down on last Sideshow.
They are indeed, and they have that Uber charge to take in. They are going to be going in through the shutter door, and it's going to be Conker's leading this push. T is on the bottom, trying to deal out damage and lock off that left-hand side. Oh, it's actually Celebi who gets the first frag there, and Six Little Blunts holding on to this incredibly well. Only one player left alive, that is Nico, and he is hiding underneath the point. He's now going to come up onto it, but bad timing unfortunately there, and Porky picks up the frag. So they are going to be pushing out. It looks like is Celebi going to be staying Pyro? I'm not sure, but he isn't involved in the push. He is actually staying last with Porky, so it's very possible that he will just switch off back to Scout for this push. But the rest of the Six Little Blunts team coming in through this choke point. They got the frag there onto the soldier of somebody. that was Braun there that they got the frag onto, and T actually doing a decent job of holding them out. they seem to be afraid of having to pop through here. It would be a bit of a waste if they had to use this Uber through this choke point when the Commander X is holding all the way back at the other choke point. But if they can pop it through and get the frag onto T, that's a decent Uber. The problem is if they don't check the sticky trap, they just walk past it. Facido dicing there, gambling with his own life. Fortunately for him, unfortunately for the team Essentials, he doesn't det it at the right time, and he is going to get away with his life. But they haven't used that Uber to get onto Commander X, and he's going to have his to be able to push back in.
I just realised that Six Little Blunts are giving us some, pronunciation suggestions as well with their names. But the Uber is coming in from the Essentials around choke, and already they find that themselves a player down with their Demo Man getting dropped. Dolly, aka, I don't know who it is anymore. It's 3 on 4 right now, and it's not looking good for Six Little Blunts as they get bombed in. Hard soldier landing down on their, now playing under the name Bank. I don't know which names to use right now, Sideshow. Maybe
Dolly is prawn.
names.
Dolly is prawn, and Bank is Conkers, as far as I know. It's all getting very complicated.
I'm gonna turn on my ETFTL aliases. I'm gonna see the actual names. Fuck these guys. Your fake Nick shenanigans won't mess with me any longer. There's the Essentials taking control of mid. They're going to be pushing ahead here. They've got a 50% Uber advantage. They're already coming through choke. There's no defense being put up here by Six Little Blunts. And look at the position of their combo right now. Porky, in fact, was hiding above the point there, but gets spotted out. Maybe that was a little bit of a bait. Auditas is going to jump up, try and contest Porky there. And oh wow, Banshee goes down to the sticky from T, and that's the frag that the Essentials have been trying to work around that choke point. They're coming in now. They're just continuing to drive forward here, put out that damage. Porky's going to equalise things, so finds that frag onto Prawn. And another onto T, the Demo Man. Porky again going huge. Conquers, kills off Auditas. He was trying to jump up there. Pseudo gets rushed in the lobby by Pew. But somehow it seems like the Essentials are going to cap this point, despite the sort of man's advantage that Six Little Blunts had. They lost their medic Fizdu there. And they're going to be backing off the last side, Joe.
They are indeed. It's unfortunate that they did lose Facido on that push, because Commander X has now got such an Uber advantage that they're going to be able to push with. As soon as they get their scout spawn, they're going to be... Oh, and another nice pick there onto Banshee. So that really does put them in quite the quandary to defend the last point here. They have a problem. Celebi's going to be running the defensive Pyro, which is great on Goodywatch Last. It's so good at blocking out the Uber charge, but he's actually going to be playing quite passively and just try and bless them away from his medic and demo man. Unfortunately, he was too busy trying to take on the soldier, and the Roma comes in and destroys them. They push everyone back into spawn and get the cap, and that is 1-0. That round though, taking a lot longer than the original rounds did on Logjam, so it does seem like Six Little Blunts have really got their head in the game now, and they are not ready to go down without fight.
I'm going to flip-flop Sideshow, I'm just going to call them by what they're called on the server right now. Onto this mid-fight, T's going to go down now. Demo Man down already for the Essentials, but so is Pseudo, so both Demo Man down, and the position looks interesting here for the Essentials. They're forward on the point, they've got control of the Six Little Blunts choke point. I'm having flashbacks of those logjam middles as well. Commander X under big pressure there, manages to surf away on Porky's last rocket before he gets cleaned up. The Essentials take control of middle, and they've managed to keep their medic alive, but they're at a slight Uber disadvantage here. So if Six Little Blunts just decide to get aggressive and move forward, they might catch them with their pants down. But we're seeing a strange defensive position again here from Six Little Blunts. They're holding up top on the point, and this is questionable because they're very committed here. If they want to escape from this situation, they have to run all the way from that left-hand side over to the balcony or over to the lobby door. So that's why you see most teams, defend from the lobby or from up top of the balcony. But the fact they have Uber means they can actually hold closer as well. They're sort of allowing the Essentials in. But it is 6-on-6 right now. As I say that, 2 players straight in the lobby, Dolly onto Banshee there. But Six Little Blunt are now 2 down. Porky's gone down as well, and they're stuck up here. Uber's come in from Essentials, and Hasidu's going to be able to pop off his charge and push his team forward here, but they need to find frags to even up this man disadvantage. Looks like they'll be able to kill off Zimstern. And oh no, they're not. He kills off their medic, Vasidu. Heartbreaking stuff, Sideshow.
It really is. And Six Little Blunts have the player advantage here, but they're so weak. Pseudo gets a nice pipe onto Commander X, but he's unfortunately unable to finish off the frag. It looks like Porky really wants the frag, though. He's coming in to try and finish off a weakened Commander X, and hits a nice direct just at the end there. T, Dolly, and Zimstern just unable to get the frag. But they're going to be running a spy of their own in an attempt to get an Ubercharge advantage here, I think, or possibly just a back cap. I think he'll make up his mind as soon as he gets into last and sees what the situation is. He's going down through this lower lobby, and Facido's actually holding fairly far forwards. He is only on 40% though, so yeah, a frag right now wouldn't really make that much difference. He does go for the back cap instead, but Celebi is on the case. Porky does finish off the frag there onto the spy. The spy of Bink just thought that the point was open but didn't see Celebi hiding in water, so unfortunately not able to pick up the well, really do anything. Not able to pick up the frag on Facido, not able to get the back cap either, so that play not quite working out, and he's going to respawn on Scout. They have lost their demo man of T, but the Ubers are getting much closer to even than they really should be. Again, we see Six Little Blunts not building as fast as they could.
Yeah, they're going to be holding last anyway. They have to assume that CX has his charge up too. It will be 6-on-6 Uber versus Uber here. The Essentials trying to come in from that riverside, you know, from the balcony down there, but they catching a lot of damage. They're getting their buffs up again. They're trying to decide how they want to push. Obviously, before you push in, you want to try and make sure your team's health is as high as possible, because that's just going to pay dividends when the Ubers fade. But they're just catching a lot of spam right now. They're trying to buff up. They're trying to decide what they want to do. But in this Uber versus Uber situation, you're just trying to get in and force the enemy Uber and survive, and perhaps back out and go for the re-push. But they're sending players in as well. Bink, the scout, is committed but loses the one-on-one with Banshee. Celebing has gone down to Zimstern though, but now the real action commences as the re-push comes in, but straight away Conquers and Banshee doing more work, taking out Dolly and Zimstern. There's actually Banshee coming from behind. Oh,
CX was down to 6 health there, but does pick up a health kit, and now he's on about 50. Conkers is going to come in to try and see what he can do, but Commander X again has picked up another health kit. In doing that, he didn't really put as many heals as he could onto his demo man, so they've dropped their demo T. But I think that's a good trade, really, because Commander X got out of that fight, and he's going to have a big Uber advantage. They're not going to be able to really to defend this point. Actually, they might well do, as Zimstern hits a sick headshot there onto Facido, and that is the medic down for our blue team. 6 Little Blunts. Banshee takes matters into his own hands though, and comes in and frags Commander X, who had a big Uber advantage and was getting close to that Uber there. So the Essentials going to try and cap off this second point and possibly send some people to last as well, but the Med and Scout are going to be waiting for them. T looks like he's trying to probe in. He's going to get help from Bink, his Scout there on that top left hand side, but Celebi is on the ball, and they're going to be able to repel this initial little poke. Zimstern on the sniper gets a frag on the opposing Scout of Banshee, and they're going to be able to hold here. In fact, they look like they want to push. They're not content with sitting passively.
They're getting ready to just take a look into the lobby there. You see Conquerors moving forward. He's trying to get information for his team, and he's going to be able to tell them that he can't see any of the Essentials players. They're sitting all the way back around. They're trying to abuse the strength of the sniper. You know, those ranged frags. They're forcing 6 Little Blunts to come at them if they choose so, but they don't seem too interested in getting aggressive right now. Bink is going to give away a frag in the lobby, but that could be, you know, the reverse pick. They're trying to encourage 6 Little Blunts to come out into that sniper sightline. They are walking forward into the lobby here. Combo coming up Riverside right now for 6 Little Blunts, but it's been a long process, and they're about to walk into that sniper sightline. If they cross through that corner, they decide to go into the lobby. They don't seem to be too sure what they want to do here. They're just snaking around the map. And it looks like they want to go for a forward hold, Sideshow.
They're going to go for a forward hold, but again, I feel like I'm banging on about this. I feel like I'm banging on about it, but they took so long to get their Uber charge up. They have actually used their Uber up top, and now Bink has an opportunity as the spy to go for a back cap. The Ubers are really out of the play, so a pick on the medic here isn't the best play. Oh, but he gets destroyed there by Conkers and Porky, both putting a rocket onto him, and that is the spy out of the action. Pseudo went down in that Uber exchange though, so Demoman advantage in favor of the Essentials here. They should be able to hold this lobby area with both of their soldiers, but Dolly's got behind them on that riverside and is going to be trying to take the fight on last. I don't think he's going to be able to take the point, but he does take a scout of Celebi. So that could well punch enough of a hole in their defense and bring them back so that the Essentials are able to push the rest of their team in. They're in through that shutter door. There's a backcap attempt going on from Banshee, but the real action is happening on this last point. Commander X duking around on 45 HP, trying to get an Ubersaw on someone. Does get his Uber. Does get an Ubersaw, gets his Uber, but unfortunately drops before he can pop it off. Dolly and Zimstern, the only players left alive from the Essentials, and the backcap attempt happened. Oh, there's a soldier down from the sniper of Zimstern. Where is he holding?
He was on the riverside there, just going solo, managed to kill Conkers, but does die to Selding, and now 6 Little Blunts pushing straight in the middle there, having retaken CP2. They're going to be able to take middle for free, but they got to be aware of this big Uber advantage they have. They're trying to push forward already, and they might catch a few of those the Essential players on the transition, but again they're hesitant. They don't get forward quickly, and they've allowed the Essentials to sort of set up a strong defensive position here on the balcony. They're being marshalled by Commander X to play it safe up there. Oh, an early Uber coming in from Fisidu. They're going to have to jump up here and try and contest the balcony. Conkers and Porky jumping up and spamming, but they just seem to be happy to take the point here. The charge isn't even up yet for CX, so they will be able to cap and then perhaps back out if they have to. Bink going to find the frag onto Pseudo, and that gives 6 Little Blunts an even greater excuse to stay out of this next fight, try and back off here. They've got no demo man and they're about to face an Ubered push Sideshow, but they're coming into the lobby. This is dangerous.
It definitely is. This is danger area here, and Dolly and Bink are going to take the Uber from Commander X, and they're going to push out. They haven't got any frags with it yet, and they kind of split as to who to go for. Porky and Conkers went behind. Porky does go down, and Conkers only on 6 HP, but they have pushed out and got the med as well, so they made a great... What happened there, Commander X? I was looking at the completely wrong area.
Oh, so just managed to find 2 big frags there. It took both soldiers trying to chase him down Auditas, and Dolly, nice direct pipe there to finish him off, but they're already trying to retake control of the lobby here. They're actually still a man down, so the Essentials sort of have a little edge here. If they were to push, it could be unwise, but he's back on the field now. It is going to be cookie cutter set up here for both teams. No utility classes being played, but already 6 Little Blunts are trying to scout out the defensive setup here from the Essentials. You see Pseudo and Porky spamming rockets from Riverside. They can see exactly where Commander X is. They can decide if they want to try and make that pick play go for the medic, but right now they are 25% behind in the Uber race, Sideshow.
They are indeed, and Commander X is going to be using his Uber charge in.
He's dancing around again. 40 health on CX. He does pop this time, but they're pushing out at the moment when they might be getting flanked hard. If 6 Little Blunts just push straight to last here, they could have just wrapped around the combo there, but they have decided to sort of back off and take the fight. They kill off the threat on their medic. Fasudi does then push in and pop Uber here. He's keeping it on his demo man, but Conkers needs some heals. So he's going to make a play for the point. He's drawn all the action down there. This is an opportunity for Pseudo and Conkers to clean up if they can combine their damage here, but they're struggling to find the frags. Seems like they're going to be fended off by the Essentials for now, but here comes Porky and Banshee. Porky's jumping in, trying to contest. Zizistern drops down into the shade area. Now Banshee's coming in from the high ground, but the spawns are coming in from the Essentials, and it seems like they won't be able to cap the point on this attempt.
No, not quite. It was looking good there, but they just dropped a few too many people just before their Uber charge. And as you say, if they'd been aware of where Commander X was, they would have been able just to rotate around them, and that could possibly have been the first round on the board there for 6 Little Blunts. As it is, they are trying to defend the second, but they've given up a lot of position, and the Demoman goes down to some aggression from Bink. Celebi as well goes down there, and that is going to put the nail in the coffin for them defending the second point. Porky as well, just trying to make it out with his life on 130 health there after the health kit being taken, and he does manage to escape just within an inch of his life there.
So the big picture here is that over the two maps we've seen so far, about, I don't know, 45 minutes of play. Six Little Blunts have yet to get around on the board. They're trying to defend middle here. They have forced out the Uber from the Essentials, but Vasidu is struggling to make it into choke. He's super weak. He's forced into the elbow. He's about to get flanked. Bink gonna claim that frag. Six Little Blunts getting caught out there by the aggressive Uber play from the Essentials. They pushed straight on their charge coming up, and they managed to catch Vasidu without an Uber. And great awareness of the sort of game state there. They pushed. They've almost wiped them. Pseudo, the demo man, backing off towards last. But they haven't capped the point fast enough, and the respawn comes in, and it seems to have surprised a few of the Essentials players. Auditas backing out towards choke, won't survive, can't make it around the corner, and T's gone down as well. So the Essentials currently 2 players down. Tried to do too much there, perhaps, Sideshow.
Yeah, I think so. Just trying to make a little too much of a limited advantage, and they have lost their demo man, and a soldier has just respawned, so they're going to be moving forward here. The Six Little Blunts, that is, and they should be trying to take as much room as they possibly can. It looks like Honkers is going to be poking in through Chuck. He should be able to relay to the rest of their team that Choke is completely undefended at the moment from the Essentials. They're all playing back up top in a fairly passive position, but T now is going to start putting some stickies down on the choke point, and Six Little Blunts really lost their opportunity to push in without that Uber charge and gain some position. Nonetheless, it's going to be Uber v Uber. However, the onus really is on the Six Little Blunts here to push. As you said, they really haven't got around in the entirety of these two maps. Porky though comes in, and it looks like he just wants a bomb. Oh my god! He was juggled in the air. Commander X was in the air. He hit an air shot and an Uber drop. Porky is just playing out of his skin. It's incredible.
Commander X, unfazed by his drops on the last map. He's, he basically says to him, just time slow down for a second. He says, alright bro, hit the air shot. I'll give you the drop. Porky delivered. Your bluff has been called, Commander X. And right now, Six Little Blunts seem to have a little bit of momentum here. They've taken control of that CP4, but they're currently outnumbered. They're going to take the fight, though. They're not scared. Conquerors and Porky hungry for frags here. Fasidu dancing around, drawing the attention of Zimstern. Auditas is trying to jump forward, gets denied by the air shot coming out there, I think. That's going to allow Fasidu to try and survive, make it out through Chuck. He's on the low ground there on middle, and Conquers with the shotgun onto Dolly. But just as I say that, T comes flying in, kills off Fasidu. All that hard effort at surviving, getting out of there, all for naught, because T has his number, collects the frag, and the Essentials in control again after that sort of little bit period of madness. They've retaken middle, and they're still 1-0 in the lead here. Less than 10 minutes remaining on the clock. It's still anyone's game, but the Essentials have yet to lose a round over this best-of-3 series.
Yeah, it seems like they're much more consistent. They're able to capitalise on mistakes and work together slightly better than Six Little Blunts are here. Six Little Blunts, they'll occasionally have one incredible play, or they'll win a team fight that really puts them at an advantage, but then they'll just throw it away straight afterwards and equalise everything. So they're really struggling to stay consistent. Banshee's actually going for a back cap and is going to be taking a 1v1 against Zimstern. At the same time, the Uber has come in on this second point, so Auditas and Commander X really taking this forwards. They got the pick onto the Demoman of Pseudo. Fasidu really weak as well, and Porky also going to Crater. So the Essentials making that fight work on two fronts there, and they are going to pick up this second point. Fasidu, 58%. He's still got a long way to go before he gets this Uber charge, and if the Essentials just push straight into last, which it looks like they're going to do, they put Bink on the point. They get the stickies so that they can't block it properly, and T and Bink combine together to secure the second round for their team. And with only 8.5 minutes to go, Six Little Blunts really just have to step it up to be able to come back into this. We want to see a process Admirable. We want to see our third map.
Got to give some delayed credit to T as well. Apparently he was getting 4K on a spawn camp there that I missed whenever he just after or before he killed the medic. But onto this mid fight though, Dolly aka Prawn jumping up and getting knocked back down with a rocket to the face. Conquers kills off Bink. He's gonna find Porky, find the frag onto Dolly as well though. Six Little Blunts just trying to contest from their own choke point and it hasn't really been working out for them in these middles. They need to try and move in there and get out of that sort of funnel area, because it's just making it really easy for the Essentials to walk forward and do a lot of damage. They need to spread out a little bit, make it difficult, and give their opponents multiple targets. Nice serve there from Facedo. Makes it into the lobby, but his demo man Pseudo gonna get sent to the spawn queue by a long range needle launch from the crossbow of Commander X. There's big pressure coming in though from Zimstern. Tries to get that pick onto Facedo, but he does make it back. He's coming in again. He's thinking of coming in from Riverside. He's being chased though. Banshee gonna get that frag. And right now it's the Essentials 2-0 up. It's going to be Uber versus Uber. Should be 6 players up for both teams when the action comes in. But look at the position of Porky here. He wants to go huge, Sideshow.
He absolutely does. He's hiding there. It's a fairly well-known spot on Gullywash, but Porky has had some success before, and everyone's not seen him. Nobody's seen him at all, but it seems like he was actually going for the sniper instead of the medic. He does get his frag onto the sniper there, so that's that problem negated. But really, you have to question the decision not to go for Commander X. Maybe he just didn't see him and thought that his luck was about to run out and he was about to be seen. The Uber v Uber battle does commence on last. It's a slightly better Uber here for 6 little blunts, as long as they deal with the pressure of the people on the point without committing too many people to it. Dolly going huge though on the point, picks up a 3k, possibly even a 4k, and finally gets taken out by Porky. But
Pseudo pushed ahead of his medic and just left Facedo on the point alone. Oh wow, that's the Commander X, and Bink just came running in from the upper area, and now, like, this is sort of deja vu. It's the Essentials 3-0 up with only limited time remaining on the clock, 6 minutes here, and it is all to do for 6 little blunts if they want to get their hands on that 150 euros. This is tournament point here. Oh, their tournament life is on the line. This mid fight is underway though. 6 little blunts again playing very much around their choke. Facedo getting pressured hard, manages to make it out to the choke point with 6 health. Meanwhile, the rest of the Essentials have been struggling here. It's only Zimstern and Commander X who remain alive. They've managed to hook up and get out through choke. A successful middle coming up from 6 little blunts. I don't know how that managed to happen.
Momentum. This is the change of momentum that they need. I think they combined together there. Pseudo did well locking off that aggressive right-hand area, so they really didn't get any reinforcements, and the soldiers that did jump up got destroyed by Conkers and Porky. So a great play there by the 6 little blunts to take that middle, but they really need to convert this to a round. They've been struggling with their last pushes again and again. Thankfully, because that mid was so successful, they didn't have to have a second push that they could have messed up on. So now only the last push remains. Commander X did get out from it though, so they're going to be having an Uber v Uber fight on last. They have a pick advantage as well, but they're committing too many people to this Uber trade in my opinion. They do get the demo man frag though, which could be everything that they need. 2 players do go down to Zimstern, 3 players go down to Zimstern, but Pseudo, that Pseudo on the point, stickies himself off, nobody can contest it, and he caps it. That is the round. That is the momentum shift that they need. That is going to just boost their morale so much. I'm ready for another big mid here from 6 little blunts.
They're going to roll out from Big Door. They've sent Porky and Banshee straight up onto the red side of the map. They find the frag onto Zimstern. They're continuing to put out damage here, but oh, Bink managed to just run up there, gets the frag onto Facedo, gets that medic pick, but meanwhile it's absolute carnage around the Essentials choke. They're just being slaughtered here. Only T remains alive, but already Commander X has gone down. So both medics down here. The momentum is real. Sideshow, 6 little blunts are standing up. They're going to be counted here. They're going to make these last 4 minutes count as they take control of CP4. They're going to be gearing up for a push onto last, but they're going to be facing off against a Pyro from Bink, which could be very powerful if he was playing around that roller door area, but he is actually standing alone on Riverside. Not sure what's going through his mind right now. Yep,
possibly he's going to be trying to put some pressure on before the Ubers come into play. I mean, the Pyro's only that useful when the Ubers are actually up for both teams, or for the aggressive team, sorry. So
he needs to watch Ips's Pyro positioning video, man. You got to stand on that white pipe and you can go to both doors.
That white pipe is the godly position. You can drop to anywhere. You can drop to main, you can drop to shutter door, you can go to top right, or you can drop to Riverside. It's the best place to stand as Pyro. But Bink is anticipating the push from Riverside here. He's using his game sense and read of the team to be able to predict the push coming over from this Riverside area. Looks like Porky and Banshee are holding around there, but that's not where the medic is. That's not where the Ubercharge is coming from. Oh, but he destroys Porky. Porky picking up a health kit, but Bink did so much damage to him and actually picks up a frag on Celebi as well. And meanwhile, the Ubers have been traded, and it's actually Bink again, just destroying everyone as Pyro. Zimstone finishes off the frag on Facido, the medic, and Pseudo is going to be caught there. Does take a slice from Commander X, so Commander X now on 67% Uber charge after that failed push in by 6 little blunts. He must have got 2 slices there because his Uber is so high. They're going to have an opportunity to push out almost immediately.
Yeah, and again, they sort of find themselves with too many players in that first Uber push, and then, like, as the attacking team, you usually have to pop first. But then if you start to flash multiple players, that just means that the effective length of your Uber is going to be less and less, and it just really makes it difficult for you. Like, so most teams won't even commit fully to an Uber versus Uber push as the attacker, because they know they're already behind. They try and go in and maybe get lucky with a pick or get the foresight at the least. That's what they're aiming for. But if you just commit heavily on that first push, you're probably going to end up in a disastrous position, unless your demo man goes huge, as Pseudo did earlier. But right now the Uber coming out from the Essentials, they aren't going to wait around. And now they're being wrapped around on, though. There's action on the point as 6 little blunts are trying to throw bodies there to get that all-important cap. Banshee's underneath in the old war area. He's the last man alive again. Do they know he's there? I think so. He got a frag onto Bink. He's being called. He's trying to go 2-on-1 here, but can't make it happen. There's only a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. 6 little blunts could get another round, but they're 2 down. I think we could have our 3rd place team crowned.
I think we could. I don't think that there's anything really here that 6 little blunts can do to be able to secure themselves the golden cap. Unfortunately, they just left it too little too late, as they did on Logjam, to secure the tying it up. And the Essentials just looking like they really want to hammer home this victory as we get into our final minute. And Commander X is going to be overjoyed with that one. He was by far and away the worst player on their team, dropping 17 times or whatever it was. But the rest of his team of scoundrels have managed to carry him, absolutely carry him into a 3rd place finish here in this Archimedes Archimedes Cup powered by Scrap.TF.
Yeah, 6 little blunts can be happy that they did get around on the board here on Gullywash, but it seems it wasn't to be. T's already camping their last here. He's just chilling though. He's not going to take the fight, but the Essentials potentially could get another round on the board. But there's the clock ticking down, and it will finish 3-1 here on Gullywash. That's a 2-0. The Essentials have claimed that bronze medal, and they're going to be able to take home 150 euros courtesy of our tournament sponsors, Scrap.TF. We'll take a look at the logs, Sideshow, and then we'll, maybe talk Commander X and congratulate him.
A good idea.
I'm ready.
Oh yes, but we are not ready. We still have to. We still have to analyze these logs, specifically the medic stats down there. I'm just casting my eye over the CP logjam stats just to refresh my memory. And as we have a look at these, logs, it seems like Porky did incredibly well. Managed to drop Commander X twice in suspect situations. And if we cast our eye over the CP Gullywash log, it seems like once again 2 drops for Commander X.
One of those drops didn't count them.
No, one of them was good.
Well, yeah, like the one on Gullywash, I genuinely didn't expect him to hit the shot.
It was an incredible shot.
Yeah, like I saw I was surfing over him. I was like, he won't hit this. I'll be fine. And it's just 1 soldier. But one on Logjam, I definitely just tried to Merlin hold it, where he holds it before the rocket hits and just fucking missed the click in time. That one was definitely my fault completely. I think the second one I was just frustrated that 1 soldier could get in and my whole team would give up holding the chokes to try and shoot him. And we just still wouldn't kill him. So I
Stubborn.
bited them out on that one and just said, you know, I'm gonna keep holding. Ready when you guys are.
I'm not popping. I'm not popping.
Not as many words, but yeah.
Your team were trying to throw us a curveball there, changing up their names for the second map. What's that all about, Commander X? Where's the professionalism, the standards?
I don't know. There was some in-joke that I wasn't in on.
Was it about Bink?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know who this famous Bink is, but he's causing us some difficulties.
Auditas producing the big damage numbers there on our second map, Gullywash. Also top fragging as well. Zimstern just behind him on 25 to 26.
That's Nico. I'll translate.
No, that's Zimstern now. You know, we decided to go with their new names. But again, yeah, Porky, the leading light on 6 little blunts, but it wasn't enough. The Essentials took a commanding lead, and they never looked in danger of losing the game. Were the winners of that bronze medal. Commander X, this is the end of your Archimedes Cup. Give us your thoughts on the team and the cup in general.
The
whole experience.
Like I think I said it before in a previous like interview type thing when I was just like I kind of just like got a team right at the last minute, so I was impressed. I basically just got lucky really walking into a team that already had like most of the stuff down. It was just kind of like a little other bits. I think we got carried through by our DM quite a bit. But no, I was happy with it. Met some new people I quite like. Got to play some TF2. It's interesting playing like for such a prolonged period of time with people like who are a lot newer to the game.
Do you think like you really improved them?
I hope so, maybe. I taught them some things, at least. I still haven't maybe wrapped my pocket's head around that he needs to stand in front of me when we're holding. That's a little bit...
Or maybe you need to stand behind him. How about that, Commander X?
It's all that pick-up soldier I've been playing. I'm not used to standing at the back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like... Because they're playing, I think, in Open this season, so it'll be interesting to see. They've got, like... I think we've got another medic, like Hergan, some Polish guy. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in Open. Obviously, Open's
he's a big swinging dick on Twitch chat as well. You know, you see him around all the time. Hergan 5. He's there.
Yeah, that's him, I think.
Your night isn't over, Commander X. Neither is ours, in fact. We are going to be cast in the grand final. That'll be starting in less than 15 minutes' time. But Commander X is going to be casting on Team Fortress TV 2, I believe.
Is there still time?
Oh, yeah. That game...
Because I thought that we didn't start till past. In my head, I was kind of like, "It's gonna be a real push for time." Let me go into Wars.
Lucky it didn't go to a third map. That was a small mercy.
I don't seem to be playing anything.
You want to sell that game to us, Commander X? Tell the kids what they can expect from C-Play versus Ubersexuals.
They're gonna watch the best team in Prem against the worst team in Prem.
Whoa, it's not Lego, man. It's
oh, right, yeah, sorry. I forgot.
It's not Reason Gaming, man. It's Ubersexuals.
So many burns.
But it's going to be the return of Numlocked, perhaps.
I thought that was
the greatest champion Europe has ever seen. He's back to play some TF2 this season. ETF2 season 20 hype. He is playing Demo Man.
What's happening to War?
Whoa, you haven't been paying attention at all. War has left the team. He decided to walk out. He was unhappy playing Demo Man since the nerf, and also the fact he didn't play any TF2 for the last 2 months. Probably didn't help his game much. Or over the holiday season there. He's sick of Demo Man. He's going to go and play Soldier, I think, in some high div team. Is that right, Sideshow?
Yeah, he's playing for Forskings now.
What's Forskings?
The Jewish high team.
Really?
Yeah. He's playing Pocket for those guys at the moment. So I think that's a boost for their team. And while it is a bit of a loss for Ubersexuals, they have filled in his spot very easily and very well with Numlocked coming back. I don't know quite how they managed to tempt him back into that spot, but fair enough. He's coping with the Demoman nerf pretty well. He certainly isn't disliking it as much as War was, so I think good things.
But really, guys, you know, you don't want to watch that game. Well, maybe watch the VODs or something. What you really want to do is stay here for the Archimedes Cup Grand Final that will be coming up. I think at some point, David says he wants to restart the stream. But I don't know. Should we do it now? You want to take a quick break now, Sideshow, or?
Yeah, I think that's a decent idea. We can take a quick break now, and we can come back just before the grand final is ready to start, and that is going to be between Jay Chapman and Sprinkler Kids, and they're going to be fighting for that top prize. So we've already dished out our pennies, our change to Commander X, but the real big boy prizes are coming up for the winners of the grand final.
Yeah, so take us away. We'll go to a little 5-minute intermission here, guys. Stay with us on Team Fortress TV. We'll reset our stream. We'll go and powder our noses here, Sideshow, but we'll be back for the main event.
Powder
Thanks to Commander X for coming to join us here. I'm going to wax it up, man. Buff me. But we'll be back. Thanks.